And welcome, everyone. You are tuning in to House of Spiritual Vibes Radio here on Zoom, joining us live here on YouTube. So, as today is August 12th, oh, wait, no, 14th. Wait, what are we at? The 12th. I'm sorry, I had it right. I had it right. I had it right. I'm like, no, it's the 4th. No, because we're talking about Friday the 13th. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm out of it. Okay, so since today is August 12th, we are going to be discussing Friday the 13th, real life horror, because tomorrow is Friday the 13th. So, bringing you guys today's show, we're going to be doing voice recording only, so you guys won't see us today, but I am here, Nina Soul, as always, our lovely sister Bruja co-host Cass La Sassy Bruja, and Chimu.
Hello.
What was that? I was so prepared and then I got confused with the numbers. Oh my god, I'm telling you. Hey, how are you
It's
guys?
okay.
Just
Doing
to let
good.
you know, you guys are gonna have to like watch the. I don't think I'm gonna see the comments. I don't know. Maybe I will. Hold on. Wait. Maybe I will.
I got the phone out just in case.
Okay. All right. Cool. Great. That's what's up. Yeah. So I love today's topic because I think we all can. We all have in common that we like horror and like and those kind of things, like the real life horror stories. Mm-hmm. And I know Friday the 13th is actually tied to some like some not so good things, but we're kind of like stay away from that part. We're going more into like Friday the 13th, like Hollywood horror, but like what are some of the things that are, because a lot of movies are actually based off of real life shit, like real life things, like Amityville Horror.
No.
Like there's a lot of them, like Stigmata, what else? What other ones are there? There's a lot of ones that are based off of like some.
I think people, what is it? People, what's that fucking movie, man? People
Exorcism?
hiding in. Exorcism is actually could be something that's real too.
Yeah, that is.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's real. Possession. People think that things
what
like
else?
that don't happen, but they do.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually based on a true story about a German woman who had over 60 exorcisms done on her.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Yep.
how old is she? She's 60?
She was
Maybe she
young.
Like
no.
Oh.
She had over she was young. She had over 60 exorcisms.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
Let me take a look.
Mm-mm.
Where is it at?
So the priest just pops up over at her house talking about, all right, Emily, we're here again. We already know what we got to do.
Yeah.
Got so used to it already.
So the woman's
first one didn't work.
was Anneliese Michael. And she was a German woman, 67 Catholic exorcism rites during the year before her death. And she died of malnutrition. And the priests and the parents were convicted of negligent homicide.
What? They probably got tired after the 60-something time.
She was 23 years old.
Oh my God, she was young, Dito.
Malnutrition and dehydration. So they probably were just trying to starve this demon out of her.
Starving her and trying to dry it out.
She was actually experiencing seizures and was diagnosed with psychosis caused by temporal lobe epilepsy. And she was diagnosed with depression.
What if those were the only things that were wrong with her and they're over here thinking that she has a demon in her?
Yep. They're saying because she started, I guess she would act a certain way around crosses and, stuff like that. So they automatically thought, well, since she's acting this way, she's already got problems. It's probably because she's possessed.
But how many
Mm.
exorcisms did they perform on her?
67.
So 67, 6 plus 7 is 13.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh wow.
see? There you go.
Wow.
There you go, folks.
There you go. Yes,
Oh, and that one
sir.
too, that we were just talking about the 13th ghost too. Like that was we were
That was a
talking about
dope
that
movie.
last time.
Yeah,
That was
that's a
such a
dope
good
movie.
movie.
I could
I
believe
like
that,
it.
especially if you're like a practitioner who opens portals.
Right.
Because it's like every ghost in that movie, there was a portal. And
Right.
there were obviously different portals for these different types of beings to come
Mm-hmm.
through, you know? So I mean, don't try it at home, kids, but
Right.
I know.
don't
So
try it at
let's
home.
see. 13 ghosts, because we're going to see what the ghosts were. The ghosts.
I know there was
Okay.
a jackal.
Yeah, we have the
Jackal.
firstborn son.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that was the little guy, right? The little bratty
No, that was the
boy
big, wasn't that the big baby?
who loved to pretend to be a cowboy.
Oh yeah, that was the little boy.
Mm-hmm. And then you had the torso, who was Jimmy the Gambler Gambino in the early 1900s. And
Oh, so
they
that's an actual person then, right?
yep. And that the mafia cut him up into pieces and wrapped them in cellophane, dumping his remains into the ocean.
Wow.
Then you got the bound woman, and she happened to be the richest girl in town. She was very popular, and she was killed with by her ex on senior prom night after
Ah,
catching her cheating with another guy.
Eso.
And
wow.
then you have the withered lover, and she was a devoted mother and wife.
That's the one
She
with the
had
big baby, right?
the fire injuries. Then you have Tom Prince. He was the teenager basketball player from the 1950s. And he died because someone cut his brake lines to the car.
Oh wow.
you
Oh my
got
God.
you got the angry princess. She had plastic surgeries and stuff, and then she was killed in a bathtub.
Wow.
She killed herself in a bathtub. Then you got the pilgrimess. She was the North American colonist, and she was accused of witchcraft.
Oh,
She denied the accusations, and she was trapped in a burning barn, but managed to get out. But she ended up dying of starvation. And then you got the great child. I guess that's the one. Yeah.
oh,
That's
that's
the
the one.
baby.
He was a
That's the
mentally
one.
disabled man who never grew out of diapers. And he
Yes,
was
that's him.
spoon fed. And then he was being teased and mocked. He caused the massacre at the old freak show where he and his mother lived. And
Wow.
he killed her with the axe. And then you got the dire mother, the hammer, the jackal that you said. Ooh, the jackal was born to a prostitute in 1887 and
Wow.
has a sick appetite for attacking and raping stray prostitutes in the night.
Damn.
And then you got the juggernaut, who was in a SWAT team and was shot and killed when he broke free from, I guess, being captured. Interesting. I love the backstories to
Yeah, the
these,
backstory is so good. And that's the thing too, like yeah, like look into like backstories of certain movies because you'd be real surprised. Like a lot of Disney movies are based off of like, actually like really bad, like they're based off of like the original stories like actually like kind of like some of them are kind of out like morbid, like some like morbid shit, like like Winnie the Pooh, for example. Like I had told my sisters last time that because we were talking about this show before we do the show. So I was like talking about how Winnie the Pooh has like Christopher Robin has like multiple personality disorder. So those all those like characters, or no, he's schizophrenic.
Schizo.
Right? He's schizophrenic. Yeah, he's schizophrenic, and all of those characters are actually personalities of Christopher Robin. So like Tigger is like that hyperactive part of him. Eeyore is like the depressed, like you know, like that, you know, that side of him. You know, each character is actually a part of Christopher Robin's like world inside his head.
Yeah. So, you know, the only movie that really intrigued me where definitely Amityville was just something that younger, because you know those books used to be read to me like fucking bedtime stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that story though, like you know, it just intrigued me on holy shit, like, you know, like how can that, like, you gotta question it, like how can that be real, but yet you know how it's real, you know what I mean, like how can all those hauntings and tauntings, you know, that can't be real, but then again you're like, no, you know it's real, you know, and you're just like, I can't wrap my head around living in that, you get what I'm saying? Like, I guess what they would call it now would be like chaos magic or something like that. I don't know, but that's the only movie that I'm just like, I'm baffled by. I guess, you know, when they will do like the movies, when they do the exorcisms and things like that, like, I could definitely understand, you know, how real it is because of the Catholicism that I have in the background, right? But it's just the fact when you're dealing with spirit and you're dealing with unearthly beings, and you're dealing with low type of beings, you know what I'm saying? Like in Amityville, you're like, you're gonna run out that bitch like you're out of Dodge. Gotta go. I'm leaving all my furniture. This ain't, nope, we ain't doing this, because of course we all know that like a home should not make you feel that type of way, you know, like your home should not make any words that we are using today, but I'm sorry, but you know what I mean, like no home should make someone kind of like fall in that type of vibration, you know?
Like they might have they stayed a little too long. It's like, I think the first messed up thing that happened, you know, like I don't know, like if I seen that many flies in a window, like, you know, just certain things like that would be like, yeah, there's something that's here that's not, like, I'm not supposed to be here anymore.
It's not supposed to be there no more.
Yeah.
You got to think about it. Do you got a lot of certain flies in a certain area? Is your garbage standing in that area? Okay, I could think about that. I could consider that, right?
I could see that.
I could see that, right? You know, because, you know, flies is a good spirit animal, but yet there's also duality in everything that we do in life, you know?
Yeah.
But if I see that many flies, there's something going on. Something's not right.
You know, that happened to me when I used to stay in Berwyn. It was caused by, it was so many. I literally thought that there was something like, oh shit, like somebody either put something or something made its way into the house. But you know, it was a reasonable explanation. A fly landed in a wet mop and laid eggs, and that's what happened.
Oh.
You know, but then you got to kind of look at it like, okay, was it just a coincidence, or you know, it just at that particular time in my life, I was experiencing a lot of paralysis. Just shit wasn't going right at all. So it's like, you know, I gotta kind of think about it. Like, was it really something malevolent in there? You know?
Yeah.
Makes you think, though.
Yeah.
Makes you think. It's like Friday the 13th is so shit. No, I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I was just gonna say that you and Cass are doing readings today too. I wanted everyone to know that way they can go ahead and share because we are doing readings today.
Share.
So
So we are
share.
going to be pulling those. Cassie's got those bomb spiritual AF cards. And upon doing, of course, some research and reading on lovely Friday the 13th, I was just coming up with ideas of what kind of spell work could incorporate your Friday the 13th tomorrow. So share, show us that you share, and you'll be able to get a spiritual AF card and a spell to go with it.
Oh, Koya said she shared already.
She's ready.
She's ready.
I'm gonna shake that shit up real quick. Bang, bang, bang.
Okay. Let me get it out.
Are you guys gonna do circle or was the circle already done?
I don't think we need to do a circle with this one. I did a circle when I was doing my own stuff, so
okay.
I'm just giving it to you because I wrote everything down.
I'm gonna just burn some sage real quick.
There you go.
Yeah, so what other one is Children of the Corn. I'm wondering if that was, you know what I'm saying? Because that
I believe it.
like I believe it.
I believe it.
Right?
I do. That was another motherfucker. I hated Malachi. You little short shit shrimp.
I know. With that voice. Damn it!
Outlander! I'm like, shut the fuck up, you little asshole. Oh, I hated him. And then the redhead one, Malachi. I'm like, oh my God, I can't with this. But I don't know. So I kind of do believe that. Okay, so quick story while Cass does that real quick. I don't know. I seen this one. I don't know why, but popped up in my For You page. And it was a lady from Tennessee, a white lady. Okay. And she is from the Appalachian part of Tennessee. She said that movie where it's people hiding in I don't want to say trees or something like that. Anyways, she says that her ancestors are cannibalisms. She says if you get lost in these woods and in these mountains over here, she's like, don't think that for once, and that's where she got that. She said the name of that movie, and I can't fucking remember it for the life of me. But she was, I heard a car pop. She was like, my ancestors, we are cannibalism. So if you get lost in the wood and they never find you again, it's not necessarily that you got lost and never came back. They probably ate your ass. I was like, you fucking dirty bitch. I said, I can see that. So
because them woods, I'm telling you that you think about it, like even just the drive to Galena or down to Tennessee, then it's like up in the mountains, you don't know what is going on.
It's in there. Yeah, you don't know what the fuck is going on over there.
In the deep woods where Bigfoot resides.
They got their own world over there, their own.
I know. Oh my God. Okay, so we're gonna do Koya.
Ooh, I got Koya spell. Koya. Nice.
All right, let's see what card comes up for Koya.
See, we got Koya, we got Rebecca. Koya said do a simple circle.
I did say something silently.
Okay, cool.
So we're protected. Here we go, Koya. Okay. Says rise above your fuck-headedness.
That works great with what the spell is. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
It says we're all fuckheads in our own way. The trick to winning at life is developing the ability to identify our own flavor of fuckheadedness and then rise above it. Yes. What one little thing can you do different-ish and better-ish today. You beautiful fuckhead, you.
Oh, my baby's a beautiful fuckhead. Aw.
Well, her Friday the 13th spell or ritual or whatever you want to call it, it is creativity.
Oh.
So use creativity in your arts, in your music, anything that is of crafting. You know what I mean? Like anything that brings the creative side of you, bring that out. Even if you feel like you've put something on hold because you were in a fuckhead motion or emotion and you're like, now fuck this shit, right?
Excuse me.
Be creative. Bless you. Be creative in your arts, in your music, and anything in that department. Creativity is what you manifest for tomorrow, because Friday the 13th, you guys, it's about manifestations. So create and manifest with what you create. That was a good one for you.
Yeah, that was. And it's crazy because she was just talking about that she wanted to put some art up on the walls in the shop, and I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's perfect. Yeah.
That's a part of, creativity. It's working your craft. Doesn't necessarily have to be spell work, but working on your craft,
Yeah. Oh, as
That's
an
beautiful.
artist, as an artist, I feel like that is our art is a form
It
of
is.
magic. It's a form of spell work because when you
It
look at
is.
art and it gives you a certain feeling, a vibe, or an energy, that right there is it's a spell. It's a spell work.
It is, because art comes from your subconscious mind. Artists, you see their art. Well, at least I see art through a subconscious mind. You get what I mean? It's one thing where you see it, right there, and you're like, oh, that's just badass. Oh, that's dope. But I feel like artists, they work in that subconscious mind, and that they bring it out through their work, through their craft, through creating. That was good.
That was good. So we got Rebecca, we got Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, let me write it down.
Koya said, I like this. It's like a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, Koya said The Hills Have Eyes. That one scared the shit out of me.
That's the movie that lady was talking about that showed up in my For You page for whatever reason. That's the movie she was talking about. The Hills Have Eyes. She said that movie is actually correct. Her ancestors, she's like, those are my ancestors, bless you, that they made a movie of. I said,
oh my God.
The Hills Have Eyes. That's the one.
That's crazy.
Have you seen that movie?
I have. That movie scares the shit out of me because it makes me not want to. I mean, I was scared of Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I'm like,
movie,
we go through Texas and a car breaks down or something.
Te jodiste, te chingaste, everything.
Yeah, but that The Hills Have Eyes, that was like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre times 10 because that one scared the shit out of me. Like that really did.
That right
and
there
like just how they were like mating and stuff, like
yeah
like
this
making more of them.
crazy. I was just like
inbreeding.
Yeah.
Well, no, they would when they would trap people, they like in the movie there was
the
one
guy
that
would mate them.
Yeah, the guy would like mate with the woman, like the kukui,
oh, the captor that they would make.
He would rape her and get her pregnant, and so that she could like reproduce.
Yeah, that movie's a fucking sick movie. I'm
sorry.
It is. I'm sorry. And ever since I seen that lady say that, I swear I look at that movie like, pinche perra. I believe you too, you nasty ass. I believe you too. I believe when you say that.
Yeah. Oh, Koya said they were inbreeding though. Okay, so they were inbreeding too.
Yeah, that's why they were looking all like crazy.
Well, there was like a nuclear bombing, and then that's how they got like that
Right, the
originally.
radiation.
The radiation.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Ooh.
I got Becky's.
Okay, let me pull Becky's. Let's see, Becky.
Oh, Kaka, Koya. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. This one popped out. Okay, for Becky. Look at the fucking moon.
Look at that motherfucker.
Just look at that thing. It's lovely as fuck, right? You're welcome. That's all it says.
That's it. So
That's
moon,
it.
something with moon, maybe.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
moon energy.
So Becky, your suggested spell or ritual, it is celebrating beauty. Tomorrow's a day for you to celebrate your beauty. Okay. Buy that deep red lipstick because fall is coming. That's a part of celebrating beauty, right? Getting your nails done, getting your toes done, that's a form of celebrating beauty. You know what I mean? Even waking up in the morning and looking yourself in the mirror and saying, bitch, you look good. That is celebrating beauty. So tomorrow, your Friday the 13th is to celebrate the beauty that is within you and the outer you as well, because we can't forget that.
Yeah, maybe do some like a moon water bath type of like beauty spell or something. Yeah,
right?
that would be nice.
Or you know what? They have even finding maybe like a little spritz of a little body spritz that's like a midnight moon or whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? Like find things to do, you know, something like that. And you know what? Even charge your makeup underneath that moon, because the moon is a representation of beauty, you know, no matter.
And divine feminine.
It's divine feminine. And we're going to get into hopefully talking about that too, because I was like, damn, okay, Friday the 13th.
Right?
Oh, shit, okay. Yes, celebrate beauty.
Let's do Cass's.
Cass,
oh, okay, let's see.
Go. Let me shake.
Oh.
Pop out? Okay, come on.
Oh.
Okay, one popped out.
Okay. Prayer is dope as fuck. Seriously. Spend a little time asking the universe for what you want, even if you're speaking into the void. At the very least, you'll hear your own wish list and get a better idea of what you really do want. You may even figure out what the first baby step is to getting it. At the very best, there's a strong as genie in the sky who will magically grant you all your wishes.
Nice. Oh, that's a good one, sis.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I never read that card before.
Right? So your Friday the 13th, my dear, it's love spells.
Ooh.
So do a love spell. Do a spell of the things you love. You know what I mean? Because we just can't look at a love spell just for like love, like partnership love.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, I was already on some burn a hole in the mattress type of. I was already somewhere else. I was like, okay, go ahead.
But you know, love is a very universal word. So utilize how universal love can be and do some work on Friday the 13th that represents what it is that you love.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is.
Should do Nina's.
Let's do Nina's.
We'll do Nina's. Let's get us out the way. Not just play.
Yeah, let's get ours. Let's get ours out the way then.
Oop,
Nina.
here we go.
Okay.
Oh, I love this one.
Oh God.
What
Oh
came out?
jeez.
Hold on. Let me see which one's
Oh
this one.
jeez.
Hey. Of course.
What? Oh
Okay.
Of course. Go ahead.
Let me take a sip of my coffee.
Oh
Here we
dang.
go.
Oh dang.
Let me take a sip of my cold Coca-Cola.
Oh my God. Oh, y'all are doing it to me now.
Okay. It says be unfuckwittable.
Ah.
Nice.
If you find yourself fucked with, take a moment to reflect on what part of you is out of whack and susceptible to being fuckwittable. Then check that shit with some self-love. When you're filled to the brim with love, nothing anyone says or does bothers you and no negativity can touch you. You know what that makes you? A bad ass. A big old spiritual bad ass.
A badass bruja. Yes, Ache, I love it.
Okay, so your Friday the 13th spell or ritual is money. All right, let's use the money. Hey. I got bags in the coop. Hey, money. So do some money workings. You already know this.
Oh yes, I heard. Yeah.
Fuck up. What is that word, Cass? Fuck what?
Unfuckwithable.
Unfuckwittable.
Ain't nobody gonna. You look. My money is unfuck with ball. Okay.
Yes.
So do some of that. That is tomorrow's spell ritual for you, sis.
That's perfect.
Friday the 13th.
Because I open tomorrow.
You know, practice. Doing that magic with your money, protecting it, having it grounded solid. Boom. Can't fuck with you. That's beautiful.
Koya said LOL. She said I got fuckhead and she got unfuckwittable.
You got
non-fuckwit, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. So you know what I found very interesting about Friday the 13th?
What?
Aside from us knowing that people fear Friday the 13th because they see the negative aspect of what it is, right? Like you have buildings,
and there were some like bad things that happened in history with Friday the 13th, so I get it, but
yeah,
I get it too. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of things will happen during those times. One of them actually to talk about that is they noticed that stocks and bonds go down because people are too afraid of, going outside because they're thinking that that's a day of bad luck, right? So very superstition this day carries and holds as well, right? Because don't put your money on there. It's Friday the 13th, even though that stock's gonna come out for like a penny. And guess what? The stock don't do shit. On that particular day, and it doesn't matter what month. It just the fact of that Friday the 13th being on a Friday, there's a word for it that people have a fear of that number 13.
Oh yeah.
And the interesting thing about that, when I was doing the reading, I said, bing, wait a minute. What's the 13th tarot major arcana? Death. There's buildings and hotels that don't have a 13th floor because
yes, that's true.
People who have this type of phobia. And I was like, that's fucking crazy. But however you think about Friday the 13th being so negative, Friday the 13th is actually the most positive, wonderful day for a manifestation. Because that day is considered the day of the goddess. So that day is used to worship the divine feminine that lives within all of us. Friday being Venus, You know, 13 is really not an unlucky number as many people think that it is. It's really not, you know. But that's a day to honor that, to honor the divine, to honor the femininity within yourself, whether you're male or female. We all have both, you know. And it's course, like you think about it, like 13, right? Well, there's 12 to 13 moon cycles a year.
There is 13 moon cycles a year.
So to be honest with you, if you're a person who fears the number 13, yet you don't realize that we are under a moon cycle of 13 phases, yet especially if you're a woman who fears the number 13, yet you forget that you also shed an egg once, you know, for the 13 months, because sometimes when our menstrual cycles are linked to these moon cycles, full moon, new moon, and if we are linked, if my cycle is linked with that moon in that way, then I know I'm gonna have 13 periods in a fucking year. Great for me. You know what I mean?
You know, that women start ovulating the 13th day after their last period.
Hello?
Yeah.
That number is so significant that, I mean, if you dig deep into it and look and find, you will see like there's a lot of significance with this number. It's not a bad number. It's not a bad number. When people are like, oh, Friday the 13th, I'm like, bitch, that means money's coming. That means love's coming. That means success and abundance. Like, what is wrong with you? I feel like, no, you're gonna have to move that type of energy, because that's what you want to have today. The negative aspect of Friday the 13th is what people choose to have. But if you could change that mind frame a little bit, and that mindset, and be like, no, this is actually a good day. It's a day to celebrate beauty. It's the day to be creative, right? It's the day for creativity, you know, and things like that. Why not? Why not? Let's use that energy versus what people were programmed to understand what Friday the 13th really means. You know? So I thought that was beautiful when I seen reading that, and then thinking of the tarot card, because the Friday the 13th is of rebirth. It's about death. It's about rejuvenation, you know? Yeah. So then I was like, that's similar to what the tarot card is, the death in the tarot, you know? So I thought that was really dope. I was like, see, I know there was plenty of more than just this big old mumbo jumbo that they do. You know, when these certain type of days come into play, you know?
Yeah.
That's for the next person.
Okay. Who is it?
Mary
Jane.
Yeah,
Mary. See, we said at the same time. Wait, see, something popped out already. Okay. Sometimes everything is going wrong for the right reasons. You've been wanting life to get better, right? We often forget that in order for things to change, the status quo needs to get shaken up. And the stuff that no longer serves us needs to leave to make room for the good shit. We all love the phoenix rising from the ashes, but we forget the part where her nest is a bonfire and she's on fire and shit is scary as fuck. Remember, you want to be a phoenix, you got to learn to love the fire.
So, Mary Jane, your Friday the 13th spell or ritual is self-love, self-care. So as you are rising through the phoenix, make sure that you're still self-loving yourself no matter what you do. Self-care. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid. If, you know, self-care, self-love, that could be You know, that could be brushing things off, you know what I'm saying, and moving forward. That could be maybe you need an extra time for that nap. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes we need to nap before we get up and we take off, you know. Self-care, self-love, just restoring yourself and relaxing as you rise through the ashes, because you don't want to rise through no ashes like a phoenix still with worry on your mind. You know what I mean? So relax that mind, girl, and take it off. Take off, you know, and do what you gotta do. Self-love, self-care. Don't forget to love thyself.
This
right here. As a matter of fact, I remember when there was a full moon on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Years ago. That was maybe what, two
I think
years
I charged
ago?
water or something in that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I did like an incense or something with some charged water from Friday the 13th.
At first, I always grew up, like, I don't want to say hate, that's a strong word. Disliking that day. I was a little scary cat. Ooh, when I was younger, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, once you get to know, you know, and look into things, you start being like, oh, wait, a bitch had it all wrong. Wait a minute. This was never like this. Like, this day was never meant to be like that. You know what I mean? It was interesting enough that I also found out that, you know, a 13, of course, circulates a lot in what goes on. But the Last Supper came up, right? And we all know us Mexicans love a Last Supper creating in our kitchen. And it was said that because of the Last Supper, the last person to sit down on that supper table was Judas. Okay, so because Judas was the 13th last member to sit down for that Last Supper, a lot of people say that when you're doing dinner arrangements, the person that gets the number 13 might be the troublemaker in that dinner party.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
I started laughing. I was like, that's fucking hilarious. These guys are so stupid.
Oh my God. So if you don't want no shit to kick off, just invite 12 people.
Right? Or just do with the buildings and the skyscrapers and the hotels. That just skip 13 in general.
Just skip 13.
I might have to go and look and see who the 13th ticket, witch's ball ticket person
is. Oh my God, that's funny.
I'm gonna find out now.
Wait, we gotta see who's gonna be the 13th plate.
All right.
The 13th plate.
That's hilarious. So I started cracking up when I heard that one, or when I read it. I was like, "Shut up! These guys are stupid." But it was funny though. It was funny. I was like, "That's interesting." So now I know the 13th person that I invite to dinner, or you know, that sits on the, you know, that's on the list. That is the Judas who's gonna fuck shit up on my dinner. Get out of here, you Judas priest. You liar.
Oh my goodness. Rebecca said, thanks, ladies. Love it. LOL. I'm always looking for the moon. Ooh la la.
I know that's right. Ooh la la la.
Let's see. James said, I see 13 everywhere. It's a good number, I think. I feel like it is too. I use the number 13 a lot. I use the number 13. I use the number 3. I mainly 3 and 13 in my magic. Like in my workings, I usually use 3 and 13. Or 7. Depending on what it is, I guess.
Right. Depending on what you're doing. Yeah. I think 13. My goddaughter's, her date is a 13. And I was like, oh, there's going to be a Friday the 13th for her birthday. You know, so I was like, I'm just waiting on that one, boy.
Yeah.
We'll do a Friday the 13th Jason type theme. I just got to let my cousin know I already bought all her decorations. Yeah. She's going to be like, bitch. She'll be like, she's only 6 years old.
I feel like the 13th is like a good day. That's why I'm doing my opening is tomorrow too of the shop, because I'm like, well, I think it's a good day to open.
Yeah.
Well, you know, 13 also represents, you know, I guess in Christianity, they look at 113. The number 13 is related to witches, to brujas. Hey, that's fine with me. You know what I mean? I'll take it. 13th is also a representation of covens, you know?
Oh.
What's that coven? There's like a coven creed out there. There's like 13 rules too, actually, I think it is, or something like that. But they definitely, you know, 13th is a good number. I think it's a really, really good number. Yeah. As long as you get the mindset of it being so negative, shit, you never know what the hell you'll get on the 13th of a Friday, you know? Yeah. Better play the lotto, better do something, see what that number gives you, you know?
Right.
And hey, if you feel like that number is not a good vibe, it's just not a good vibe. That's it, you know? But I mean, who wouldn't think? What witch wouldn't think 13 is not a good vibe? Come on.
Right.
I think every practitioner enjoys the Friday the 13th, you know? Man, it's just those 13 moon cycles for a female that I'd be like, oh man, it's gonna be a long year.
So you know that there's an actual word for people who fear Friday the 13th.
Oh, what is it?
Oh my God. Okay.
I hope I don't fuck it up.
It's a long word, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Frigga triskaidekaphobia.
Well, obviously it triggers something.
Quadricophobia.
Yeah. Frigga triskaidekaphobia.
Go ahead, Chimu. Let's hear you say it.
Nope, I decline. I can't even say an herb correctly, damn it.
Yeah. So it's saying that it affects millions of people and estimates that businesses, like what Chimu said, with like the stocks and stuff like that. Airlines, they suffer severe losses during Friday the 13th.
Really?
And many airports, just like how the hotels don't have a 13th floor, there's in airports they don't have a number 13 gate.
No, shut up. I gotta look that up. Wow.
Yep. And then you said about the dinner table, having 13 people at the dinner table is considered bad luck.
Oh, wow. Okay. 13 people at a dinner table is bad luck. Okay, I see you. That's like almost leaving an oddball out too, right?
Yeah.
13 is not an even number.
Okay. So the way that the 13th would fall on a Friday is that if the first of the month starts on a Sunday. So the very first day of the month has to start on a Sunday for it to be. So if we see the next, you know, whatever month starts on a Sunday.
Hold on. I'm going to check that out right now.
On the 13th.
I got a calendar right in front of me. I'm going to verify that. Let me see. The first, on a Sunday?
Yep. Like August, like this month, August 1st was on a Sunday.
Oh, snaps. That's true. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. There's only one Friday the 13th for 2022.
Oh, nice. Okay, so an asteroid will safely fly by the Earth in 2029 on Friday the 13th.
What?
April the 13th, 2029 is when 99942 Apophis was discovered in 2004 and was thought to have a small chance in colliding with the Earth. But they said, no, it's just going to be passing by. So I guess that's the days we're going to be looking out for an asteroid in 2029 on April the 13th.
Oh,
Cool.
wow.
Interesting. And you know what? You add all those numbers up, you know what you get?
What?
13?
You don't get 13, no.
Oh.
But you do get 33.
Oh.
33. That's interesting. A little asteroid ready to scare the shit out of everybody. To be just waiting for that one, right? I didn't even imagine. Ooh, Lord have mercy. People be acting crazy. People be acting crazy because it's like now we're starting to realize a lot more stuff in the sky. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of shit's getting revealed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And people who are seeing it, the ones who are not, I feel like, are not mentally prepared for it, are the ones that are like freaking the fuck out. Like, calm down, dude. Enjoy the fucking ride. That's it. That's all you gotta do.
Enjoy the ride. That's all you can do.
That's all you can do. Just enjoy the fucking ride. Shit. Let me see. I'm gonna pull out.
What moon cycle is it tomorrow? What moon phase?
Let me see. The 13th. Well, it's in Libra. And by 8:01, it is in Scorpio. And the phase,
it's a waning, isn't it? What is it? Damn, I still get those confused. The waning and the waxing.
Oh, Ottoman is here. Ottoman said, hello, everyone. I'm late to the party. What's going on?
Yay!
We're doing readings, Autumn.
Yeah, we're doing readings.
Doing readings.
Just share.
And we're talking
anywhere.
about Friday the 13th. Like we're talking about Friday the 13th horror.
Yes.
So we're kind of talking about Hollywood, but we're also talking about like real life stuff and like even some of the movies that are based off of real life things, like real life people, real life experiences, real life murders and the horrors and hauntings and
all of it.
All that good stuff.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you share, my dear Autumn, you will get a spiritual AF card pull with a Friday the 13th spell or ritual.
Mm-hmm.
You're my little cow horn.
Yeah.
my little cowbell. There we go. My little cowbell.
I have one at the shop too.
Yeah,
they're really good. They're really good for raising vibrations.
They are. Mm-hmm. They're loud. I didn't realize how loud these things are. You're like, wow, raised my vibration. Wake the fuck up, okay? Oh my God. All right. So let's see how you guys feel about this spell or ritual for Friday the 13th. Are you ready, ladies?
Okay.
Okay. The one that popped out was gamble. Ooh.
Is that for you, Chimu?
No, that's not. I just pulled it out.
That's for you, girl. You're the one. I don't gamble. Cass, you gamble? Cass, I don't think gambles. Okay.
I put myself on mute real quick. Yeah, I do gamble when my mother-in-law is here.
See? So that's a general, okay? She's like, no, that's you.
No, I might know. That's true.
Hey, you never know. Maybe I just might gamble tomorrow, get 2-3 rolls of quarters and play dominoes real quick, Shit.
Yeah.
Look, I haven't played dominoes in a long time, and I've been seeing my husband, my son, my compadre, and the husband, and I'm just like, I will fuck all you guys up right now. You're lucky. I'm in the basement.
Did you see the bones that Araceli makes?
The
Those
bones?
things are, the bones, the dominoes that she
the
makes.
bones. Yes.
Oh
she makes
God.
really cute bones, that's for sure. Yes, she does. I was like, mira que lindo. I like this little stuff, girl. It's cute.
So what's your spouse's?
My
the
spell?
Gambling. Yeah, the gambling one.
Well, I say so for the ritual for the Friday the 13th or spell, definitely I can utilize, like, let's just say a green candle. So utilizing things, using charms, things that represent of gamble, right? So let's say you got a domino keychain, right? And it's the kapiku, or it's the 666, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But that could be utilized for gambling because, it does bring luck. And again, a lot of people do associate the number 13 lucky because a lot of times the number 14 is the one that's considered to be unlucky, not 13. So dice, I can see using, doing something that involves with dice, something that involves with playing cards. Definitely do a spell ritual that I can do that involves that type of gambling, even scratchy tickets, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those scratch offs. Yep.
So maybe tomorrow I should go and get a scratch off ticket for $5 and see what it does. Gamble. Sometimes it's good to take a gamble, and it is sometimes good to not take a gamble. So maybe tomorrow it is saying, Chimu, bitch, you better go gamble and get that money. There you go.
That would be crazy. All of a sudden, Chimu takes a picture and posts it. It's like a scratch off that she won, like,
yeah, I know,
$20,000 and shit.
Stop, yeah. I receive it, Father God. I receive it, Lord, baby Jesus, baby Black Brown Jesus,
baby Jesus.
That'd be dope. Yes, gamble. What's the spiritual as fuck that goes with that, Cassie?
Okay, let's see.
Those spiritual as fuck cards are so good.
Ooh. Wait, that's too many. They're like, I got a lot to say.
No.
Well, they got a lot to say.
Okay, this one's sticking, and this one keeps poking me. Oh, stop trying to skip the fucking struggle.
Hey. Oh, shit.
Keeping it positive won't insulate you from having emotions and needing to evolve. You're not going to spiritual your way out of hitting the next layer of wounds to heal. So many of us make the mistake of thinking we'll arrive and that'll be with the life lesson and shit. Personal growth is more like peeling an onion than like climbing a mountain. It gets stinkier and stinkier and you cry more, but everything gets juicier the deeper you go. The true spiritual badasses don't pretend like their onions don't stink.
Hey, okay. I know my boo-boo don't stink.
Oh my
God. That's funny. Oh, okay. I can see gamble with that. Being careful maybe what I gamble with. Okay.
Yeah.
Understanding what I'm dibbling and dabbling with, because that's a gamble. We always, when it comes to spiritual work or spell, ritual, whatever it is that we do, right? There is always a gamble. And I feel like some people don't kind of understand that, or we forget that sometimes, that it is a gamble, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Especially dealing with clients. That's where the gamble's at. You know what I mean? It's not more of the spiritual work, but it's more of the client. You know? Okay, I could see you gamble. Okay. Well, I'm a good gambler. No.
Mm-hmm.
So I know when to hold them and I know when to motherfucking fold them.
I already smacked the table. Oh my god. Let's see. What about? I think the Disney movies. Like, wasn't Pinocchio? Pinocchio was one, wasn't it? Like for horror, or was that not? I don't know.
Pinocchio was not a good. Pinocchio was never bubbles, unicorns, and ice cream. Actually, that was a dark story in the beginning with Pinocchio. I think I think he died or something like that. I can't remember the story like to say, but from my understanding, I know that Pinocchio was not a happy ending.
a good story. Yeah,
Yeah,
based off of like it's kind of like Pocahontas. Like that one wasn't based off of like a good.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. You don't want to lie and shit. Just like they always want to lie and tell you that Friday the 13th is bad, and it's not.
It's not.
You know how many?
It's not.
Because so many people are so afraid of it. Do you not understand that is blocking from what manifestation you really want to manifest? You know what I mean? Come on now. That's the softer side. That's Venus. That's, as women, we get what the fuck we want, don't we? Okay.
Oh my god.
Just saying.
Let's see. Ottoman said, hey, off topic, is HOSV on TikTok? So on TikTok, I am on there as Nina Soul. Yeah, I'm on there as Nina Soul. Cass is on there and Chimu's on there too. We don't have a. Yeah, I don't have a HOSV. I should probably start one, but I do everything on Nina Soul. So, you'll see like the shop stuff too. Yeah.
We do have a House of Spiritual Vibes radio Instagram.
Yeah, the Instagram.
Yeah, the Instagram.
We do have an Instagram. Yeah.
We do have an Instagram on for the House of Spiritual Vibe Radio. But as far as TikTok, we kind of we have our own page for TikTok. So my TikTok would be like, what is it, 7 Chimu 7?
Yeah, mine is Cass.
Yeah, yours is 7 Chimu 7.
Yeah, mine is Cass, La Sassy Bruja.
I think mine's Nina Soul. Or is it? I don't know if it's Nina Soul or Nina Soul 13.
I think it's Nina Soul 13.
Oh, okay, Nina Soul 13.
Because your Instagram is 13. Nina Soul 13. Yeah.
Yep, 13.
Yeah, that was a good question. Thank you, Ottoman, for asking.
Next time I go to a hotel, I'm gonna see if they got 13 floors.
Yeah, do it.
I'm curious to see if they got 13 floors.
Koya said
I'm
it's
serious. Like, I want to go into just a random hotel, and I just want to go waning.
Yeah, it's a waning.
Just after the full moon. There is so my husband was playing this one video game. I don't know. I'm not into video games. I don't know what the hell it was about. Anywho, it was talking about that he had to find the cat with 13 whiskers. And I looked at my husband and he goes, "What the fuck is that?" I said, "What the fuck is what? 13 whiskers? I've never heard of that." He goes, "Come on. You're a fucking witch. You should have heard of that, right?" Because he was playing this one game where it was like a wizard. I don't know. I don't know. So I looked it up and I said, well, I'll be damned. Cats only have 12 whiskers.
Oh, wow.
However, if there's a cat with like a 13th whisker, that cat is to be depicted as a very magical, mystical cat. Like that is literally like what do you call those? A totem animal, like right? And I looked it up, and sure enough, cats have only 12 whiskers.
Wow.
Very few cats will have a 13th whisker, but those 13th
go count them whiskers. If you guys got cats, go count your cat's whiskers.
I had to look at my cats real quick. I said I had to look to see. They should have like 6 on one side and 6 on the other side, you know. But whiskers, like where you see the black dot to the hair come out, whisker, you know, because they do have other, you know, little what they call them, like they're almost like tentacles, you know, like whiskers are like a tentacle. So with the 13th
like
whisker,
feelers,
yeah,
like antennas,
exactly. So with that 13th whisker, that cat is to be said that it's very magical, it's very mystical, and that is a cat that does walk in between both realms.
Wow.
So I thought that was interesting too. When I looked it up, I was there for like at least 45 minutes just looking each. I was like, wow, okay, Chicky, you taught me something. Okay. I never thought about it, wouldn't even imagine that, you know. So count your cat's whiskers to see what they got.
Right.
My cats wouldn't let me count it though. Fuckers.
Coffee and cake. Oh, I like that name. Coffee and cake. That sounds so nice.
That's cute.
Coffee and cake said, "Why are you all in the dark? Are you all outside?" No, we're actually like, I don't know. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I don't know what my sisters are doing, but I've been hard at work, getting things done at the shop for the opening for tomorrow. So I'm doing stuff on the computer. I'm just like kind of getting things together over here. And I'm like lounging in front of the fan in my underwear. So that's why I'm not on camera. I don't know what everybody else is doing.
Coffee cake.
So that I look like over here. Coffee
That's
and
what
cake.
she looks like over there. Well, coffee and cake over here by Chimo, estoy picando el culo. That's what I'm doing. Okay?
So Chimo's picando el culo. I'm over here like a starfish. And Cass, what you doing, Cass? Cass got all pretty and everything. Like Cass all luxurious.
It's not gonna go to waste.
She's all Oshun over there.
They'll never go to waste.
It's not gonna go to waste.
That's funny.
She's I'm gonna leave this lipstick on something.
Okay, so leave it on something.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Who else wants a reading?
Yeah, who else?
Yeah.
Share. We only got about 30 more minutes on here, so you guys got time. You guys got a little bit of time. Coffee and cake said I'm cute. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nina's so cute. I know I had to read all the comments. I had to read that one.
You had to do it.
Let me make sure that I read this one right here because this is the best count. Look, here we go. Ottoman said, my mom actually worked half a mile from Amityville house in L.I. or in L. Wait, in L. Yeah, in L.I. I was shocked to find out a lot of didn't know that was a real house and a real story. Yeah, some of these things I'm telling you, when you see, like, even with movies, do some research because a lot of times, like, writers get their inspiration from things that really happen.
Yeah.
So, definitely look into it because, you'd be surprised, like, what's actually based on some real shit.
What is it? A Haunting? Is actually based on the Bell Witch.
A Haunting. Which one is that?
let me look for it. I think that's the one that took place in the 1800s in Tennessee.
Isn't that the cave? Isn't that the cave where we were asking Sister Kim if she had went in there in the Bell Witch Cave? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is a Bell Witch Cave. Yeah.
The Bell Witch Cave.
The Haunted. That's what it's called. The Haunted.
Ooh.
No, that's not it. That's something different. My bad. That's something different. Where is it? An American Haunting. There it is.
An American Haunting.
An American Haunting. It is based on the legend of the Bell Witch. The plot is, I guess, supposedly what the story is that the guy named, let me look for John Bell. Let me see. Yep, there you go. John Bell. Boom. John Bell, supposedly him and his family were under attack from an invisible entity from 1817 to 1821. I guess there was a dispute about land between John Bell and this woman. And so of course, women didn't have a voice. Women, of course, and so he basically started having these phenomenons in his house, and even the children were being afflicted. And so supposedly this woman was blamed. Supposedly the ghost or whatever was haunting them was the name Kate. And all the family members would experience like paralysis, pinching, slapping, seeing weird animals outside and stuff like that. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If me and my set of witch bitches cannot push that shit out, a bitch is moving. Yeah. A bitch is moving because I can't live in that type of no, I have to have a balance, and that is not a healthy balance.
I'm hooked on this show called Dead Files. I think I talked to Chimu about this. Dead Files. So it has 12 seasons. So the premises of this show, and this is a reality show, it's on Travel Channel. The premises of the show is that it's a retired New York City cop and a psychic medium. And they go to these haunted locations. They do their own separate research. So the guy is diving into the history of the place and the people,
the land, the house,
all everything. That shit. Where she goes in at night and she does an investigation, like a paranormal investigation. She's literally talking to the spirits. They show her images. She sees things, like weird shit that we wouldn't even know, even thought that it would exist.
Right.
And she does sketch. Well, she has somebody sketch these images for her. And then they go together in front of the client and they compare what, she'll be like, oh, I saw this old woman and da, 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 da. And then he'll come and say, well, across my research, I came across this old lady that used to live here, and those stories will correlate with each other. Yeah. And sometimes she'll give them at the end, she'll give them something to do, like cleanse your home, use this tar water, put black salt everywhere. You need a cleansing, you need a shaman to come in. She'll tell them how to do it. Or sometimes she says, this land is too bad. You're just going to have to move.
Yes. Yes. And, she's like, I would say non-domination because she refers these clients to speak to rather their shaman, rather they're in a certain Native American tribe, because sometimes these homes that land, that they've been built on are cursed. And a lot of times, yes, it is our Native American brothers that left it cursed for a lot of people to not fuck with their land, So she's very non-domination. She'll be like, you need a Catholic priest, you need a shaman, you need this, you need she'll tell you straight up like what it is that you would need to cleanse the home and things like that. But I like the fact that in the show, she is upfront and honest when she says, you gotta go. This is not, this house shouldn't even be here because it's a whole portal itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And these are stories, you know, from real people, real life people, me, you, anybody, you know, and these are families who moved into these dream homes, you know what I mean, that they consider their dream homes and stuff like that, and then they experience these type of phenomenons, and they don't know, they don't understand, like, from what, from where, why, you know. So when they're skeptical, but they call these type of detectives to do so, right? And then they get the answers, and they get, you know, the things that they need, like the regiment, right? Then they're kind of like, oh shit, this is real. Yeah, it is real. It's fucking real, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to see the Amityville home, just because the way the house is constructed, it's a beautiful home. And you would never think, like, see, like, that's where the image and the illusion of the grass is greener on the other side, right? Because it's beautiful outside. It's got the boathouse, it's off the lake, you know, it's got these Victorian walls, and the structure and the bones are beautiful. But then you realize, this motherfucker sold me not a lemon, but a demon. You know what I'm
Right.
like,
I'm surprised they haven't taken that house down, though. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I ever
like,
wonder, is
why
someone even
haven't
living
they
there?
went and knocked it down? Like, why is it still up if all these things
happen? Because there's a house in Gary, Indiana. The house is no longer there.
The demon house.
The demon house. And this house was a major portal, because they did find remnants of witchcraft being done there,
in the basement,
right?
Yeah.
In the basement. And there's so many witnesses to the cops, to social workers, to there's a lot of paperwork behind
family
the
members
house.
And other people that used to live in that house too.
Yes.
Used to get affected.
And you know what? Not for nothing, that house did get demolished. It got bought by
Zach Baggins.
Oh, she can't hear. I can hear her.
I can hear her.
Yeah. Her mic probably.
Hello?
There you go. Can you?
Hello? I was like, what happened? I was like, uh-oh. I was like, did I do something?
Oh, no.
No, yeah, it cut out.
So, yeah, that house was bought by Zach, who does the Ghost Adventures. And upon his own investigation, he demolished that house. He said, there's no way in my ethical profession I will allow this house to stand. And he demolished that house.
Do you know why he demolished that house?
Why did he demolish the house?
Because at the end, because you know he did that documentary on it. At the end of the documentary, he was in there alone, investigating, and I think he was kind of like, you know how he does it.
Yeah.
And something happened to him where he ended up becoming, something happened. Oh, what is it? He needs special glasses because it fucked up his vision.
Oh, great.
That's why he started wearing glasses. If you notice, he started wearing glasses after that.
Well, you see, they take things from you.
It fucked up his vision. And so he has serious eye problems. He had to have surgery and everything.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. And so that at that point, that's where he was like, he demolished it, but he kept the original staircase that led to the basement. He kept the dirt that was in the basement, because when I went to go see him at the museum, they actually let us see the stairs. It was behind like a glass case, and you could see the dirt, and it looked like when they opened up that thing, it looked like you were in the fucking basement. It was creepy.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. Oh, no. I couldn't imagine. Okay. Did anybody else share anything?
Ottoman said, I would like a reading. Ottoman, let us know if you, oh, wait, hold on. Share with someone. Yeah, share with someone or share on your social media.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then say share it here. Yeah, and then say share it here. Yes.
Thank you, Mary Jane.
Yes, thank you, Mary Jane. Thank you, cuz. Yeah, that's our cuz. She's like a very, very strong supporter of what we do. And she's here all the time. So yeah. Oh, James said apparently spirits can enter cats anytime they want. What you think, Chimu? You got cats. I don't have cats. I got dogs.
I think that is something of a possibility. I feel like if it's a stray cat, I don't know. Mexican brujeria, it has an interesting dialect to it, I guess you could say. I don't want to use the word. But anyways, so, okay, you know how they say witches can go into owls, right? Like that's a big known thing in Mexico. If an owl comes your way,
yeah.
If an owl comes your way, you know, in Mexican folklore, right, in magic, in brujeria, that's like a form of a witch visiting you, you know. I can see that, especially when it's a stray cat that you know one is not a neighborhood cat.
Yeah.
I can see that when you know that cat just keeps roaming around your house for no reason. I can see that as well as, like, let's say you try to feed that cat to see what that cat does, whether it eats or not. Because if a stray cat's not gonna eat, then that means that stray cat is there for a reason. And that's where I feel that spirits can go into animals,
right?
Especially a cat.
See, I did when I was younger. I had a cat, and I noticed that around around 12 a.m. it would like get this burst of like it'd get the zoomies, and it would be running everywhere. Like
I understand what the zoomies
running crazy.
They're like Team Zoomies, just fucking running like horses up and down. Because that's how they are too. Like there is sometimes I do notice certain timing with these cats where they're like Team Zoomy, just zoom, 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 zoom. And they sound like horses. They really do. They sound like little horses, mini horses, just running up and down. I do believe that, you know, even if a spirit can't get into a cat, but however, I do believe that cats do see spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Just by the fact of the way their pupil is shaped, they're able to, it's almost like they have that third eye automatically.
They do. They see in a different spectrum than we do.
So I absolutely do agree. I do agree that spirits can go into cats, especially when it's a stray cat. And I feel like if it's your cat and if you have your cat that's protected and, you know, within your home and things like that, spirit may not get into that cat because they already know that boundary, right? But they can play, quote unquote, with the cat and make you look at your cat when they're doing something real fucking weird, and you're just like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing?
No, what's creepy is when the dogs start growling and there's no noise, there's no nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when Zeus used to do that with that deep growl, and I'm looking around, I'm like, oh shit, what's this in here that I don't hear or see?
I feel like once a cat hisses, for me, once a cat hiss, for me, that's time to clear the space. It's time to clear the energy. And when there is a cat outside again, and you're offering it something and it hisses at you, I feel like there's something in that cat and they ain't got no business over here. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure. The growls, the hissing, the violence, because when cats get violent, not because if they're in heat, but you know, if all of a sudden they get violent and you see them kind of acting funny, Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You're like, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like Autumn shared. Autumn shared.
Oh, nice.
Ottoman.
Ottoman.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, I'm about to sneeze.
Yeah.
Salud.
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 Bless
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. If there's anybody else that would like a reading, just share the video with anybody. Copy the link. Forward
You can send it to
to
somebody in message, and their message.
Yeah. We have room for at least
All we ask
one
is
more.
that if you say that you shared, please share, because it's bad karma if you're telling witches that you did something that you really didn't. You don't want to do that. And that's not on us. That's not on us. We got ancestors and spirit guys that just, they step in when they know that something's up. They're like, ah.
Okay.
She's got a nice ritual or spell. Ooh.
All right, here we go. Amen. Love like people aren't total assholes.
Oh.
It says, of course you've been hurt. People can be stupid, selfish, destructive, fucknuts. But choosing to live life with your dukes up, waiting for the asshole and everyone to come out, insulates you from the brilliance in people. You'll be a force to be reckoned with if you love people with the tenderness and the ferocity of someone who's digging for the gold in everyone.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Ottoman, your Friday the 13th spell or ritual is Yoni magic.
Oh.
Yoni magic.
Do we know if Ottomans is Ottoman? That's the thing. Ottoman could be, male
if
or
Ottoman
female.
is a male, or let's just say Ottoman, there's still that sacral chakra.
Yeah, that's true.
There's still that sacral chakra. No matter what it is, there's still that sacral chakra, and that is still considered of the yoni. But create. This is what the yoni or sacral chakra is definitely about. Okay. Mm-hmm. It is a time to utilize that yoni or that sacral chakra, open it up, and invite all of what it is that you want to manifest, because the yoni is the most powerful sacral chakra tool that we have within ourselves. Yoni magic could be like, if you have a partner, get it on, because the accumulation of that energy and then the release, don't let that go to waste. If you do not have a partner, do yourself a favor. Bless you. Do yourself a favor. Set the tone, set the mood for what you want to manifest, and use your yoni. And excuse me for my words, masturbate if you need to, baby. Do what you got to do, because that's the energy, is the yoni sacral chakra to activate to get that. Ooh. Nice. Why didn't I get that one?
I know. I like that.
I know, right?
Well, I got a money one, so I'm good with that. Yeah.
The yoni, yes, creates, because this is where creation, sacral chakra is all about creating. All about creating. So create. Create.
So if you would like your Friday the 13th reading, I am pulling a card from my spiritual AF. So, and Chimu got some spells that you can perform tomorrow. So just share the video. I see a few more people hopped in. Hi, Lupe.
Hi, Lupe.
Lupe is here. And guess who's here, Chimu?
Gagaboosh, you could hear the fandango. Gagaboosh, I can't show you my lips, baby. We on autopilot today. I would have been all up licking my lips saying Gagaboosh. I like saying that name. It's dope.
That's funny.
I know when they started coming out with like those Friday the 13th, like of course the first one's always the shit. But then they started fucking it up when they started making series.
Yeah, they did.
And you're like, why are you gonna mess up a good why? Why? Now, you know, he's bad as fuck, but he's not now we see him in these lame ass movies. Like, why are you gonna do him like that?
Well, what about that one movie with that guy that had that was schizophrenic? Did you guys you seen that one? Like he was like schizophrenic and he kidnapped like two girls.
He kidnapped two girls.
Yeah, you didn't
help
see
us
that?
out, audience. Help us out,
yeah,
audience.
I don't know what the name of it is called, but that was a really good horror.
Oh, where he was like Patricia and damn, it's like a one word. What is it? He had the superpowers. Yeah, he had like the crazy superpowers.
Yeah, he had the crazy superpowers. Yeah.
It was like a one word movie.
Yeah, it was a one word movie.
See, those one word movies are the ones that you gotta pay attention to.
Starts with a P, don't it? A P?
Is it Psycho?
No, it's not Psycho. It's not Psycho. Split. That's what it is.
Split.
Okay.
That one was it was a really good movie.
I think I seen that one in theater. That was scary.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. It was crazy how he could just switch on and off, you know? Like he'll be the little kid one time and
yeah, that's kind of I feel like I'm gonna have to examine you, brother, because we don't play those games over here. No. You ain't gonna switch up character before I do, bruh.
Yeah, right. There's gonna be only one crazy motherfucker in this relationship.
There can't be two. No. Don't think so.
Yeah.
Thank you. No.
What are y'all doing anyway? Like, what's everybody doing? I want to know what everyone's doing right now. Oh my God.
Jeez, I'm finishing up paperwork. I'm finishing up a paperwork for high school, getting that out the way, getting all the stuff that they need for registration for my baby. I'm glad that's getting done. So I'm like, okay, this is out the way now. So I'm just getting all that stuff together. So we have to go register, and that's it. He's an official freshman.
Hey.
I know, right? Like, oh man, I was waiting for this. You know, shopping for school supplies, shopping for whatever. I'm just like so over that.
Hello? Did it happen again?
I think it did happen to you
guys.
Can you hear me?
Oh no, I'm the only one here. Oh, I'm the only one here. Who's here? Chimo Cat?
Me. Yeah.
Can she hear us? Look at her.
I don't even know if I'm here. Maybe they're there and I'm not. I don't know.
She's crazy.
I don't know. Hold on, let me check my. I gotta. I don't think y'all hear me.
We're like, check the mic. Yes,
maybe they're there and I'm here.
And we're all here though.
And we're all. Oh my God! But what happened? How come you guys? I can't hear you.
I don't know.
Do you guys hear each other or is
yeah.
Oh my God. So I'm the only one that's like, oh geez. Okay.
Jesus. Oh no.
Make sure is it all connected all the way?
Let me check it. Let me check
out
that.
just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe it slid out a little bit. We'll put it back in.
Oh, we gotta put it back in. Don't let that slip out happen.
There we go. All right, it's in now.
All the way in? I hope it is.
It's all the way in. It's all the way in. It's core deep right now.
Oh my God. Did
Mary Jane
share?
Just Ottoman.
Oh, okay.
Mary Jane was asking if Annabelle was real.
Ooh, Annabelle. I think that's based on a real one. Right? That's based on a true.
It
Is
is
Yeah.
it's
based
a
on a
boy though,
true.
isn't it? Like a boy doll, or is it
No, it's a
Annabelle?
Raggedy Ann. It's
It's
a
a Raggedy
Raggedy
Ann.
Oh,
Ann doll.
oh
But in the
wow.
movie, they made it look more creepier. But in
Yeah.
Right.
actuality, it's a
She's
Raggedy
a
Ann
Raggedy
doll,
Raggedy Ann. I think
and
that's real.
it was the
I think
husband
that's
and
real.
wife. Yeah, the husband and wife, Ed and Lorraine Warren. They were well-known ghost investigators and demonologists, and they
There you go.
mhm.
They trapped that demon in that doll.
They trapped that in there.
They
Yeah.
did. They did. And going back to the museum with Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures, you know that there's a haunted museum in Connecticut. Ed and Lorraine Warren have their own museum with haunted artifacts and haunted items in there. And they actually took the Annabelle from Connecticut and brought it over to Las Vegas. And the
Wow.
guy handling her is a nephew of one of Ed and Lorraine Warren. It's a great nephew or something like that.
Wow,
And
how the wheel turned.
he was handling the doll with gloves on. He said,
Wow.
"You cannot touch this doll." And he kept
Wow.
telling him, "You cannot touch this doll. You cannot touch the doll." And Zach said that something inside of him told him, "Just touch me, just touch me." And he ended up touching the doll. And the guy was so mad. He was like, "This is over."
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Put
Well,
the
you
doll
didn't
right back
respect the
into the case.
boundary. There you go. You didn't
Yeah,
respect
and
the
then he
boundary.
started feeling all weird and shit after that
There you
happened.
go.
I think
Pendejo
he
as
ended up
scared.
having to get like a quick exorcism, like a cleansing after that.
Wow.
I don't fuck with none of that, none of that shit,
I
Mm-hmm.
don't
none of
blame
And
that.
you.
that's where the Chucky movies come from too, because that is
Right.
real about dolls.
Being
People
possessed. Yep.
being
Putting
dolls
the
You
spirit
being
know,
in the doll.
I
possessed, people's
think
spirits in there.
I think Chucky might be based off of Robert the Doll.
Oh, okay.
I could see
I
that
Oh
could
though.
yeah,
see a
yeah.
lot of
I could see that.
similarities with that
Yeah.
because that doll, if you disrespect that doll,
Mhm.
or you have to ask it permission before you take any photos of it. You have to
Uh-huh.
literally look at the doll and say, can I have permission and whatever. So
Yeah, you guys can
supposedly,
actually see pictures of him on Google if you guys
yeah,
Google him.
Robert the doll, and he was given to a little boy. This was back in, I want to say maybe like early 1900s.
Mm.
And the doll ended up, I don't know the exact story, but I know the doll ended up being possessed. The little boy kept saying that the doll will move. They will
Mm-hmm.
find it in different places in the house. And it is known to curse people, like if you disrespect it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and with in Chucky, the way that Charles Lee Ray got trapped in Chucky's body was because they did voodoo. There, he learned how to do
Mm-hmm.
voodoo from like a voodoo priest, and he actually performed like voodoo magic to transfer his soul into the body of the doll, so that he'd be able to get out of, because the cops had caught up to him. So that was like, it was a really good movie. If you guys
Yeah.
don't haven't, I mean, Chucky is like, that's classic. That's old school horror movie. So I'll be really surprised if like somebody said that they never seen Chucky. Like that's like one of my favorite horror movies.
My son at a certain age was terrified of Chucky.
Really?
Oh my God. Like it trick-or-treating, and if there was a Chucky, he was down the block. He was gone. All you seen was smoke behind them
Oh, poor
shoes.
thing.
He was gone. He hated Chucky. He just hated it. And at first I'm like, well, did you see the movie? Because dude, you're like
Right.
5-6 years old. When did you see this movie?
Right.
But I don't know. I guess he did see a glimpse of it, and he just didn't like it. His body, spirit, everything was like, oh nope, I ain't having it. Mm-mm.
There's some people that are really scared of dolls and like clowns too.
Yeah, phobias of it.
Now clowns, there's been a lot of things with clowns too.
You know, not for nothing, not that long ago, you know how there was this thing going on where people dress like clowns and then in the middle of the night and then they just walk up to your porch.
Yeah.
And they just like, you sick fuck. Let me tell you something.
Just stand there.
Yeah, and they'll just stand there and look, and it's like, let me tell you something. I got that pole for your ass, bitch. Keep playing with me. You will not. Okay, you will not. As a matter of fact, the doorbell recording is gonna hear the little click click, and I want to see if you still stand there, you motherfucker. I want to see if you still stand there, asshole.
Right.
But there's people who do that, you know, and some people find it entertaining. Some people don't. But I remember when all that shit was happening, people dressing up like clowns and just randomly standing in the middle of the street, or you know what I mean? And it's like, what does that give you? I'm curious to know, what satisfaction does that give you? Because that's almost like también, like having that vampire type energy that you enjoy the fear in people, you know?
Yeah.
Clowns are not.
I've
never liked clowns.
I've enjoyed. I feel like more when I was younger. I really did enjoy scaring people. So
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I would go that far though. I was more of like the well, I don't know. See, that's the thing, is that around Halloween time, like, you know, I've had like friends like dress up in like Michael Myers and like lay on the porch and scare the shit out of little kids because I thought it was funny, you know what I mean? Right. I don't know, like, but it's Halloween though, you know, like that's different. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, it's different, but you know, like once you step foot on the first step in my property, we're gonna see who's laughing now.
Right.
We're gonna see who's laughing now, you know, because like for me, I think that's different though.
Yeah, you know not like scaring strangers. I mean, but definitely hiding around the corner and popping out on like your your significant other, like
that's different, you know.
That's different. Yeah, it is different. Like not doing it to like strangers, people you don't know. That is crazy.
Yeah. It was a little crazy. It's almost like what thrill are you getting off of that? I wonder. I wonder, what is it? Little creeper. Crazy. Imagínate, I used to hate watching Bozo the Clown back in the day. I used to hate watching.
Did you?
Fucking hate. I used to listen
Bozo.
to it.
Yeah.
I didn't mind listening to it, but like when Bozo would appear, I'd be like, oh, I look away from what?
Bozo.
It was just something about him as
you like,
me being a child.
Bozo.
Right.
I was like, that hair looks like it's just gonna swallow me. No, I couldn't.
It was over there in Illinois though. That's where the clown, the serial killer, what was that?
John
right?
Wayne
Was it
Gacy?
Illinois or was it Wisconsin? Oh, it was Illinois.
It was in Des Plaines.
In the Des Plaines, yeah.
In Des Plaines, that's not too far from here. You know, when we moved out here, we were, you know, the house is not there anymore. So we ended up going over there, like roundabout, like where the house was at. I was like, man, this shit ain't too far from the crib.
Right. They demolished it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Well, good. I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, I think they still didn't find
really bad stuff has happened. Like, and
they should just get rid of it. Yeah.
They should just get rid of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know the families that have, you know, it's like, you know, for the families, it's just not. It's not fair.
It's not. It's not fair for the families that don't know the history of the house. It's not fair for the families that you hide these things who are buying.
Yeah.
And you know, we work stupid hard to get the things that we want in life, including property. And it sucks, and it's not fair for people to go through things like that, you know. And it's true. Demolish the house, close the gate, close the portal, whatever it is, and demolish it, because it's not fair for innocent families and children and pets that have to live a life like that, and those are the ones that really don't know what they're like, what's going on,
Yeah.
at least as spiritual people, right? Or witches, we're like, okay, is this something that we can hang with, right? Or is this something that, no, I'm gonna have to call some of my peoples and tell them about, we gotta close this shit. We need a cleanse, we need a break, we need a guard, we need a seal,
Right.
Yeah.
and bring positive life and a positive vibration back into that home. But sometimes you can't even do that. Sometimes it is like that lost cause. You just gotta leave. You just have to leave.
So do you guys think that people that like like people that commit like that, like serial killers that commit like murders like that, do you feel like maybe they're haunted? Like, do you feel like maybe sometimes they have like some sort of like, like and
attachment
what if,
to them?
yeah, like what if they might have, like, who knows, like what if say for example, because when you go past the cemetery, like dead
They
spirits can
can
attach
follow
to you.
you.
They can
Yeah,
follow
they
you,
can
they can
follow you.
attach to you. So sometimes I feel like, sometimes that could even be a possibility, is like they got like possessed or like an attachment or attacked.
You know what I was learning too from, and because I love my death files. She was saying that people who are really negative, like serial killer negative, like really negative, can leave an imprint of their energy in a space, even though they're still alive.
Wow.
So it's like you really need to be careful.
I could see that.
Like who you are around, because like a piece of them can be left behind, and pretty much and whatever negative energy he left behind in that certain space was affecting the people in the home. And she was seeing this as his, like, as a spirit, but to come to find out he's still alive. And he was in jail at that. He wasn't like out. He was in jail serving like a 2-time life sentence.
Wow.
And part of his personality and energy is over here running ruckus in somebody's home.
Interesting.
Wow.
So it's like, really be careful who you exchange energy with.
Absolutely. And that exchange comes in a lot of forms. It could be, a shake of a hand. It could be a hug. It could be through
or just
sex.
being in their presence, because our energy field expands over 4 feet. Yeah. It's so, you're standing even 4 feet within a person, you're sharing energy like that.
Could imagine. That's interesting, right? Motherfucker, you in jail, you still over here causing.
Are you still over here? Yes.
Wow. That means like that must have been a real type of heavy, muy pesado type of energy that this person has. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be an occult like too. We don't know what these people do behind closed doors. We don't know what things they're opening, for their, a part of their spirit to still be roaming,
Yeah.
Shit.
I think too, like even witches and practitioners that work too much, too much spell work that's like more of the, I don't like saying darker. What's the word that we could use instead of saying darker? Because I don't like that.
Left hand. That's the best way I guess I could say that.
That what?
The left hand.
More a left hand path.
Yeah, something more like that. Like, for witches that get stuck in, I say throwing, like when they're throwing at people or when they're you know, trying to stir up something like something bad, or they're communicating with like spirits that are more of that path, yeah, then like I feel like those people also become more susceptible to something coming into them and then becoming them or using them.
Yes.
And that's the thing is like pretend that this spirit goes and uses you. You go and do you know, you go and do who knows whatever the spirit has you do. You go in and you sit time because of something that your physical body did. And then the spirit can go ahead and just transfer to somebody else. Like, okay, we're done. On to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I do believe that lower entities, lower vibration type, you know, I believe that that's their purpose sometimes. You know, sometimes that is their purpose, is that they collect certain things, you know what I mean? And they need a vessel to collect what they need to collect. And when they're done with that vessel, they're on to the next one, next mission. You know, they have a mission too. Every entity, every spirit, every whatever you call them, for me, I feel like there is a mission for everything. You know what I mean? Because if we have a mission as well in our life, why wouldn't the spirit world either? You know, so yeah, like for sure, like I think that they are, you know, type of low vibrating.
Choose your magic wisely, because
choose it wisely, baby.
Not everybody. You don't have to throw at everybody. You don't have to defend yourself against everybody. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and let karma work its magic.
Yeah. Protect yourself.
That way your hands stay clean, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And the best way to do it is always protect yourself.
Yeah, always protect yourself. That's
always
right.
Protect yourself. You gotta always protect yourself. In the morning, that's the first thing you say. Thank you, God, for granting me another day, and bring protection over my head, over my eyes, over my mouth, and over my ears. You know, because I think that's how, unfortunately, but you know, it happens.
Yeah.
It does. It happens. So I have another thing that pulled out. I have another spell and ritual. This one's a good one. This one's a good one. I actually like this one. Let me see. Who was the one that shared?
Oh, Gaga Boosh.
Gaga Boosh shared too? Okay. Well, that one's for Gaga Boosh. I got Gaga Boosh.
She's the last one. I think she's the last one.
I think so too, from what I'm looking. Okay.
This boy is laying right on my purse. I'm like, out of all places that he could have, Armani, he's over here like sleeping like a turkey on my purse. I'm like, are you serious? Let's see. Oh, Rebecca said, I'm highly allergic to cats, but we have 2 now and I'm so in love with them. There's something special about them.
Yeah, she does. They're cute, so they're so cute.
Yeah. Koya said, Armani keeps things away from me. I could see that. Let's see. Johnny Dragon has a black cat named Salem.
Cool.
It says Salem said hi. Oh, tell Salem we said hi.
Oh, autumn like the season. Oh, okay.
Let's see. All right. So Gaga Boosh did share. Oh, Ottoman said I'm Gmail. Oh, she's a female. I thought she said she meant Gmail. She said female. Sure. Yeah, she said female. Okay. I thought that was like a real thing. I was like, shit. I was like, maybe I'm Gmail. I think I'm Gmail too.
Well, Autumn, use your yoni, baby. Use your yoni. Tomorrow's a day for yoni magic for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that go to waste. Don't let it go to waste.
Oh my gosh, Gaga Boosh said, sounds like a seance. Are you here? Can you hear me?"
Yeah. That's how we were. We're like, we can hear you.
I was like, are you there and I'm not, or am I there?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We're like the lady from the Poltergeist.
I swear, yeah.
Need a cell,
Caroline.
need a cell.
Follow the light. Come into the
Follow the light. Need a soul. Follow the light.
Oh my gosh.
Ay, Dios mío.
Gaga Boosh said, but there is a boy doll in a chair and sailor outfit. What's its name? David. Yeah, that's
Robert.
the one.
That's Robert.
Oh, that's Robert. Yeah.
That's Robert. Okay, I think we're pretty much caught up on the comments.
Yeah, I think we're done. Baneful magic. There you go. Thank you,
Baneful
magic. Baneful. I gotta use that word more. That way it comes to my mind faster.
Baneful. Koya said,
Baneful.
Koya was like, and you would go into space with a bunch of evil things in one building. Yes, I did. And I had to sign a waiver. You have to sign a waiver before you go in there. They're not responsible for anything that happens to you. Even if you die, they are not responsible for that. It has that in there. Yep. Yep. And you have to sign that waiver before you go. You can't take no pictures when you're in there.
I wouldn't want to anyways. I would rather respect. I would rather respect the spirit, respect that space, and because I have what you know that you're gonna put your boundary up no matter what, and you're gonna put your protection shield, whatever it is that you do. So hell yeah, I'm not gonna take
I have my crystals. I put crystals in Manny's pocket. I was saying little prayers all the whole time we were waiting to get in there.
That's right.
And then we were talking about clowns earlier, and there was one room that he has, because it was basically a house. It used to be a house and it belonged to a doctor a long time ago, and they used to do like satanic rituals in the basement and shit like that.
Wow.
But the house had many rooms, and each room he turned it into something different. It's a different theme. So there was one room where you go into and it's nothing but fucking animatronic clowns.
Wow.
And I swear, as soon as I walked in there, I can literally feel the energy on my back. Like they bum rushed.
No way.
Were like hovering. I could feel it because I was just trying to hurry up and get out of there. I was like, I do not like that room right there. I do not want to go into that room ever again.
Yeah.
That one was creepy. That one was really creepy.
And where was this access? I think you were mentioning that when it got cut out.
This is
when I was on the other side.
On the other side. This is the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas.
Oh, the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd go into something like that, because I talked about it before, that I'm like real susceptible to
yeah, there's a lot of
that
shit
type of thing. So
there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, they have Kevorkian's death van, the van that he would perform these. People wanted to pass. They wanted to go. They called him the death doctor. So if you wanted to die, you go to him. So sick people would go to him, and he would administer this stuff in his van.
Oh,
and
wow.
He has the van. He got a lot of stuff in there that's like weird, like real shrunken heads.
See,
Like, it's crazy.
I
He got a
like
lot of
that.
stuff.
I like the real shrunken heads. I'd be down to see those.
Mhm.
I'd be down to I'd be down to see some stuff. Like I like the medical stuff a lot. Like you know, like the old time, you know, like those experimental medical devices, like when they would experiment certain things on people to see if it worked. Like I'd be down to see stuff like that.
You know, Cook County Hospital here, it is one of, so they had obviously rebuilt Cook County Hospital. It's not the same like what it was before 20, 30, 40 years ago, right? However, the only room and space that they did not touch was what do you call that room, Cass? The arbitrarium room. This is the room where they performed live surgeries, and it's a classroom. And Chicago and I want to say somewhere in the East are the only two original buildings that have this type of classroom. A lot of hospitals don't have it no more. So this is where they would perform the autopsies.
The autopsies.
The autopsies.
Okay. Yeah, they would perform the autopsies and things like that. So as Cook County Hospital was, you know, granted with a new face, right? And they were doing all these types of constructions and things like that. A lot of the construction workers that were working in the old Cook County Hospital, a lot of them did not want to work for some reason in that floor of where that original classroom was at, because they will encounter crazy, phenomenal things. Like,
oh my God,
they would be working and they would hear whistling, they would hear footsteps, shuffling. They would be on one side of the building, you know, constructing whatever, and then they would hear like things fall and crumble and break, and they would run to the other side where they hear the noise, but they don't see nothing that's fallen or broken or anything like that.
Oh my God.
So not for nothing, but the old Cook County Hospital here in Chicago, Illinois, that bitch is fully haunted. So
I believe
despite the fact that they've revamped, made it a new face and everything, and they put condos and a hotel and restaurants in there. Wow. So I'm curious to know, because remember, that was the only room they did not touch. They preserved that room because it's one of the original classrooms that were done for medical, right? For autopsies and things like that. So what they ended up doing, which I don't know how true it is, but I'm interested just to see if it is true. That particular classroom, they sealed it. And it's almost like, why would you seal that room for? But they sealed it, and they sealed it with like a plexiglass. So it almost looks like the 13th ghost type of.
Wow, creepy.
Okay.
Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, that is.
So it's almost like, I wonder, you know, what type of energy is trapped in there too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is, you know, because I was reading that in the Chicago sometime. That was a while ago. But I'm interested to know if it is true, if they do have that area plexiglass, or did they just decide to block it off? Because if it's plexiglass, where you're able to see that original classroom where autopsies were being performed, then it gives you like that 13th ghost type of vibe. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
All right. Well, should I read Gaga's?
Yeah, go ahead and do Gaga's.
Okay. Gossip dies when it hits wise ears.
Oh, shit.
Here's how to get wise. Refuse to hear stories that aren't yours to hear. Refrain from telling stories that aren't yours to tell. If someone comes at you with the OMG, did you hear about? Stop them right then and ask if it's gossip, rumor, dirt, or other such junk. This tends to kill everyone's shit talking phone.
Gaga boosh. Your Friday the 13th spell or ritual is wisdom. Wisdom. So knowing, getting information, collecting knowledge, things like that. And that works so well with your AF card. Like it works perfectly well.
I missed the whole thing.
Did you? No, you
I
did
did.
not.
I did. I swear I did. I was gone the whole time. Nobody even noticed.
No, we didn't.
No.
I thought you were listening.
No. Y'all know I don't know how to shut up.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Go
yeah,
ahead, sis. What'd you say?
Hers is wisdom. She's got wisdom to work on Friday the 13th.
Look at that wisdom. It talked about wisdom and talked about like gossip.
Yes, yes, exactly. And I love that these two they paired up very well for you.
They did.
So it's just like the card says, if once you hear the, oh girl, let me tell you, that is your wisdom and your discernment to say, oh girl, let me tell you, I ain't not today. Gotta go. So use wisdom wisely and use it to your best decision making, to your best discernment when gossip is playing around. Wisdom.
That's the thing too, is that you also like, I try to stay away from people that are like that, because it's like if they got so much to say about everybody else, you're also going to be like a tale that they tell. You know what I mean?
Hey,
they're gonna be the same type of friend to you as well,
That's right. So wisdom. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Should I do, Cash, should we do a collective?
Yeah, let's do a collective.
Because we're almost ready to leave, you guys.
Yeah, we're already done.
Let's do a collective. How, Bell, what's the collective message for the spell or ritual for Friday the 13th? I was like, fuck you, bitch, I'm done.
I was trying to think of a sound to make. I was like, no.
There you go. Actually, 2 of them popped out for me.
Look at that.
2 popped out.
Look at it, and 2 popped out over here.
Ooh,
it was my noise. It was my
Beautiful. Okay.
So we want to do 1 and 1 then? Let's do the first one and then we'll do the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see if ours match.
Let's see what's for the collective.
Okay. So this first one, thou shalt not judge because thou hast fucked up before too.
Bitch, I know that's right.
Says when you see yourself thinking someone's a real asshole, take a moment and contemplate all the times you've done exactly what they're doing. Maybe it's a different flavor of assholeness, but it's still assholey. Check yourself. People will like you more. Most importantly, you'll like you more too. So what you got for that one?
You wouldn't even believe it.
Oh my God.
Shadow working.
Oh, wow. Shadow working, yup. That goes perfect.
Friday the 13th for tomorrow, ritual spell, shadow working.
Do a little shadow working, everybody.
Do a little shadow working. And you know what? The thing about what shadow working with this Friday the 13th is, let's just say, it's fear, right? Because everyone fears this day, the number, things like that. So maybe there's some shadow working that you need to do that is holding you back. You know what I mean? And a part of what's holding you back is fear. So shadow working, people. Shadow working.
Okay. So the next one. The universe is your sugar daddy.
Bitch.
We've all spent enough time feeling fucked by the universe to assume it's time to get showered with some real dope shit. Spend
Hey.
today letting the universe treat you like the arm candy you are. The simple act of changing your vibe to one of receiving and thanking the universe for all its cosmic bling will do the trick.
Stop it.
Your mantra today. Okay, so
Yes.
tomorrow you're gonna
This
talk
is
to
your
the
mantra.
universe. This is what you're gonna say to the universe tomorrow. Bring it, Poppy.
Woo!
Uh-huh.
Bring it, Poppy.
And curl your finger toward you and say, bring it, Poppy.
Bring it,
Bring it,
Poppy.
Poppy. Hey, okay.
Uh-huh.
You ready to hear what?
That's, oh my God.
We can't make this shit up. And look, you guys, we like thought about this real quick today, okay? The spell or ritual for Friday the 13th tomorrow, honoring your goddess. Work with your goddess or work with your inner goddess and point that finger to that Poppy and say, come here. That's goddess energy.
That's goddess energy.
It's goddess energy. Goddess energy is not just something sexual either. However, goddess energy is empowering. Okay. It is definitely being bold, being assertive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Goddess energy is so beautiful. So, you know, sugar daddy, the way it says, yeah, okay, but that's also working with your goddess to also create what it is that you want. So, you know, sugar daddy provides, right? The sugar daddy provides, you know, abundance. The sugar daddy provides riches. The sugar daddy provides things like that, right? Use your goddess or your inner goddess to manifest the things that you want. Let the universe be your motherfucking sugar daddy. You hear me?
Yeah.
Amen. I know that's right. Wow, you can't make that shit up, can you?
No.
Can't make that shit
That's
up.
Funny.
That's funny. That was good.
Yeah, those are some good readings. All right, you guys. Well, that is it for tonight's show. It has been a pleasure once again. As you guys know, we have, for the moment, been doing a Thursday here and a Thursday on Patreon. So again, if you guys would like to join our Patreon for more content, if you guys feel like you can't wait a whole another week to hear from us, you guys can find us on Patreon. And Sister Chimo, you want to go ahead and give them the Patreon details so that they can find us there?
Sure. So you could definitely find us at the Sip and Spell with the Latina Sanders Sisters at the Patreon. Okay. It's a wonderful Patreon. We do have 3 tiers. We have tier 1. Tier 1 is, you know, your everyday life of a witch, of what we do, you know, what we do at home, and, you know, things that we don't talk about here, we definitely do talk about there. Tier 2 is our old Sip and Spells. Those were so good.
They were.
From
They were
2020.
Fun.
They were nice. They were fun, very educational. So tier 2, you will definitely get, like, you know, the old content of our Sip and Spells. Okay. And tier 3 is where we have currently done our Sip and Spells through this year. And also the bonus part of tier 3 is that you get all tiers. You'll get not only tier 3, but you'll get tier 2, and you'll also get tier 1. And there's so much content in our Patreon that it's amazing, you know. We do share a lot of things that I definitely don't share here at House of Spiritual Vibe Radio. So yeah, join in. And normally we do our current Sip and Spells with the Latina Sanderson Sisters of 2021 is on tier 3. So for tier 1, you know, you get regular content, you know, we'll talk about things, you know, shoot the shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's about like $15. Tier 2 is $25. That's all of our old Sip and Spells. Tier 3 is at $35, and that is the main bonus because you get all 3 tiers, these guys, all 3 tiers. And we do have our café con leche with the Sandersons. Those are always fun.
Yeah, those are fun.
Those are always fun, and we do put those in the tiers as well. Does that go in tier 3, Cass?
It goes in tier 1.
It goes in tier 1. So you'll definitely get the, you'll get us with the, crud in the eye a little bit sometimes, or we got our coffee though, but we're ready, and we shoot the shit on those. So join the Latina Sanderson Sisters Patreon. Very good information in there, and you won't see us share some of those information that's there. It won't be here on House of Spiritual Vibes. That's for sure. So join, have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is it for tonight's show, you guys. Cass, are you still in construction, under construction?
Yeah, I'm still under construction.
Cass La Sassy Gula is under construction. Let's see, you guys can find me on Mondays at T4C on House of Spiritual Vibes LLC in Facebook. And there I do tarot for contributions. So every Monday I give you guys a new suggested reading, a new suggested question, and you guys can choose between the suggested question, a general reading, or you can also ask your own questions there. So if you would like some weekly guidance to start your week off, you guys can find me there on Mondays. Again, that's T4C on House of Spiritual Vibes LLC. And also our Witches Ball is coming up October 8th. So there are still tickets available if you guys are interested in attending. If you're interested in joining us for this event, you guys can get your tickets. All that information is posted on House of Spiritual Vibes LLC, and you guys can find all that info there. Or you can also look up Chicago Witches Ball, and that'll come up as well too. Yeah, so that's it. Tomorrow is my opening day at House of Spiritual Vibes Botanica. So if you guys would like to come on down, I am giving totes. I got like these beautiful totes made with my logo on them. And the first 5 customers to come into House of Spiritual Vibes and spend $20 will get a free tote. And I did do a TikTok video. So if you guys are interested in more information about tomorrow, you guys can find that information on my TikTok at Nina Soul 13.
And then the next 2 weeks, we do have one more radio show for August. And that one's on the 26th. So stay tuned for that one, because I think that's the only one that's not going to get posted on Patreon.
Right.
And we're going to actually, by request from a viewer of ours, we'll be talking about disposing.
Yes, disposing of your spell work.
Of everything, disposing of spell work, disposing of altar food. I mean, if you have questions regarding what to dispose when you're doing magic, you could definitely hit those questions at our email. It's all capital letters, HOSVR3@gmail.com. That's going to be a good one. You guys want to tune into that one?
Yeah, that's going to be good.
That's going to be good. Absolutely. And then starting September, September, we'll take off from there.
So that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us for another amazing Thursday. And we will see you guys on Patreon, or we'll see you guys next week, Thursday. Or wait, no, the following Thursday.
The following Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys so much for your continued love and support. And we'll see you at the next one. Divine blessings to you today, tomorrow, and always. Ache.
Amen. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hold on, now I gotta find the button. Wait, we're still here.